Hello and welcome to yet another Arkis video. This is the new 2 million credit time trial. We are at Autopolis, the short layout, and we are in a minivan. Anyway, let's get straight into it. So this is shortly after the servers went back online. After the big update, I'm jumping in, I'm claiming my prize for the previous time trial, and behind there in the background you can see a weird car lurking. It's the new Toyota Minivan just added to the game, and yeah, let's jump into this one and see what we can do. This is my very first lap where I'm just feeling my way around. I haven't put on a ghost or anything, I'm just feeling out the car. There has also been a lot of physics updates, but I'm not going to comment on them because I've never driven this car before, so I have nothing to compare with. Yeah, you certainly have to be careful when braking and turning because high center of gravity, and yeah, you can certainly feel the weight transfer in this thing. Let's get around the hairpin and try to get up to speed again. And as we come into this corner, I think it's from old habit, I just upshift to fourth and the car completely died.
One eternity later.
But eventually we make it to the final corner. I actually managed to forget which layout we are doing, so I was all the way to the right, coming up to a right-hand corner. So yeah, anyway, this lap is just to get a feel for the car. And if you don't have the patience for all this nonsense, I will put in some timestamps and you can jump to the final bit of the video and just watch my best attempt so far. And this is not a lap guide, this is first impressions, and just see what I can do within an hour. Yeah, I'm parking up the car at the side of the track and let's get a ghost. And I've already forgotten which car we are driving, so when the ghost appeared,
Holy hell!
I pretty much felt like that. Just have to get used to having that brick of a car in front of you. The Japanese certainly has a thing with designing odd looking minivans, but we just try to keep it going. And finishing off this lap, let's just try to keep it tight around the corner. You've got this slightly off camber corner and it's easy to let the car run too wide. You can really feel the heaviness of this minivan. Yeah, so we'll just run through this upcoming lap, just scrape off some more time. So you can still use some of the brake markers, sort of. I am braking maybe shortly after that orange bit of the barrier on the left, sorry. And let's just move on up to the next corner. It's not a fast car, this one, that's for certain. Once again, use that pathway on the right as a reference. I can brake after it. Make sure the car don't go too slidey. You can see the ghost is not doing a perfect job either. We are all learning this as we go this morning, so the times will drop fast as I am trying to improve my times here as well. Now let's stay in third gear this time. Just lifting off, I'm waiting for that Marshall box sort of passing the center of my screen, and if I've got the car lined up properly, I can just get down the power and remember which layout we are doing this time. So I'm braking just before the curb. You can maybe stretch it a bit and brake a bit later, but make sure you keep some brake pressure on just to keep the car tight to the corner, and let's get across the line. See what we can do with this one. Yeah, we are in the 27s now, so we are having a short break and restarting the session here. We are coming towards turn 1. Let's see if we can minimize the sliding and just get a good exit out of the corner. You can see the ghost in this session didn't get the best turn 1. I'm just trying to keep up. And here is just basically half throttle around this long corner, so you make sure you don't get too eager. If you just stomp the gas trigger or pedal, the car will immediately understeer and it gets very wobbly. So just keep it steady. I'm sure you can find both filled bathtubs and fish tanks out there, which has better weight transfer than this minivan. But anyway, we are approaching the final couple of corners, and we are up on our time. Let's just sneak around here and let's get across the line and see what this is. It's a 0.7 maybe, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it is. And we just keep it going, because immediately after I finish this lap, I'm trying to brake a little bit later this time, but I think it was perhaps a little bit too late, or maybe it was fine, but the car got a bit too slidey. Once again, also here trying to minimize the sliding. Listen to the tires if you are on a pad and don't have that steering wheel feel. Just listen to the tire squeals and try to minimize that as much as possible, and be patient on the throttle. If you just are being patient with this car, you can get it around the track. You basically have to imagine that all the seats behind you are filled with pre to middle school children, all with their snacks and drinks, and they are all prone to car sickness. And just drive it like that, and then you'll be just fine. So we are at a 27.5, and it's time to load a faster Ghost this time. So once again, coming up towards turn 1, looking for the orange barrier. You can brake a little bit after it, but be careful. Just make sure you don't come into turn 1 too sideways, because yeah, I'm already doing it a bit there, because the car really starts feeling heavy, and once it slides sideways you lose all your forward momentum. So just try to take it cool. And same goes for this corner. I was also sliding a bit too much in this one, but let's just get towards the hairpin and really be patient. I think, I cannot remember, yeah, I was too eager on the way out, so I couldn't straight line it as much as I wanted the line out of the hairpin. And when you're turning and accelerating in this car, you just lose a lot of speed. But I got a better line through the long left-hander, sort of. Our time is up still anyway. And let's just approach the final corner. Be careful, braking just about where the curb starts. Keep it tight and straight line as much as possible. So we are just following the Ghost towards the right hand side of the track to get as much as a straight line as possible, I guess. And this is a 27.4 final run. Now please don't disturb. Yeah, exactly. Be quiet. Daddy is driving. Hold on to your drinks. Hold on to your puke bags. Here we go. My final run for this morning. So, coming towards turn 1, bit braver on the brake this time. Keep it steady, nice and patient. And yeah, that was a decent line through the first corner. Let's try to minimize the sliding into the second corner. Somewhere between the orange barrier and the curb start, I'm braking there and just balance on the throttle around this corner. And let's see if I can get a straight line. Keep it tight, so I can get a better line out of the hairpin. Yeah, still a work in progress. I think if I put some time in this one, I can get into the 26s, but let's see if I have the patience for that. If I just can secure my goal, I am well happy with this. We are coming towards the final corner. Still just making sure to keep it tight. Don't run wide. Patience. Look for the exit. Get a straight line out of here towards the finish line. And let's see what this is. I think it's a 127.333. So I will leave it at that for now. I will get back to this later if necessary, and you can see exactly an hour later, that's my time. So I will leave it at that for now, and I hope you will all have fun with this one. Look out for the proper lap guides from Mr. MCA, Key25, and other guys doing brilliant lap guides on this one. That's all from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.